Hello everybody and welcome back to Theme Park Coasting, and today we're over here at Alton Towers Resort for their spook-tacular Scarefest, which of course, if you couldn't have guessed already, it's a Halloween event for 2021, and this is our first time heading towards this event. I'm normally not a big fan of this event, so I've had a bit of a grudge about going over towards it, because in my eyes, unless you want to take out a mortgage to do the mazes, there's not a lot else to do. But it actually is our first time here, and Adam wants to go, so we're going to check it out today, see what they have to offer, and maybe I might change my mind by the end. But that is where you have to watch this video and see my views throughout the day. And of course, this is unfortunately the last weekend, as we always don't get last weekend, which means that you guys can't come if you watch this vlog. But for next year, we do Scarefest every single year, so if you enjoy this vlog, come down next year, as it is a great event sometimes. And we'll see what there is to do. Yeah, but Adam, are you excited for today?
Oh, well, I mean, this is like my favourite event of the whole year. Like, I wait the whole year for this one event, and I mean, for a minute we thought we weren't coming back here, and it was only yesterday we got to pre-book tickets, so we're very lucky we got them. But yeah, also as well, I have actually booked Trick or Treat Town, so me and my dad will be doing that.
Okay, so Adam
didn't want to do it.
So Adam booked it, and I don't want to have a whole vlog moaning, because I know some of us don't like us moaning the whole vlog, but I do want to be honest with you guys,
so,
and in my eyes, I think paying 10 quid to go in a maze isn't the greatest. So in all parks, even 4-park Fright Nights, I haven't done any mazes this year, because it's just a good paying money for them, because like when you think about it, it's like 50 quid to get in there normally anyway. Plus all mazes like 10 quid each, and it just adds up a lot of money when you come here as a Mountain Pass holder and you can't do any mazes, you can't do any scare attractions because they cost money, even like the little trick or treat, which at Chesington's free, and then on top of that, you've also got hour-long queues for rides because it's so busy at the park. So I'm against it. But that's it from the negativity. When to recommend first, and you're going to say?
Well, the top tip about Trick or Treat Town is that if you're coming down to the park, it'll probably be the same as next year. If you pre-book it online, there's not actually a Merlin discount. If you come down here to the box office, there is a Merlin discount. So, yeah, if you have a Merlin pass, definitely arrive here on the day to ticket office, whatever, and then you'll get it. So with a Merlin discount, so it would actually end up at £8, so it wasn't too bad.
So first up, we're going to be heading over towards the Wicker Man, and the only way you should do this is if you arrive really early, and it's 9:30 that we arrived to the park today. It is definitely worth heading on here for the first attraction. So we'll see you as we feed the flames on the Wicker Man. Let's go through the Wicker Man checklist. In the morning, tick. When it's raining, tick. Front row, tick. Yes, we have just completed Wicker Man. In possibly the best circumstances you could actually do it in, and what a ride was it?
Ride, but
oh, it could be night, but that means it's not morning, so you can't really do a morning night ride. It is a really late morning. But yeah, that was fantastic. Absolutely loved that ride. I'm normally not a big fan, I think it's quite rough, but on the morning, maybe because it's raining or something, it's smoother.
It runs a bit slower.
It just was amazing. But the airtime was fantastic, and overall, it was just such a fantastic ride. And I definitely recommend heading down to it. But as we're heading for the queue, I don't know any clips of it, but do not go to that ride if you arrive past 9:30 into the entrance, because we were just in the right time, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
but any later, you've been there for 2 or 3 hours, still waiting for everything now.
About 40 minutes, but I mean, also good news is the pre-show is now running, so you will be getting in the pre-show, which is good news.
Oh, and
was pretty good. It's a really good pre-show.
Such a good pre-show.
Crime scene.
Oh, God, it's a crime scene.
What happened?
Honestly, yeah, that pre-show, when you're used to Mythica and all that kind of ones, Mythica is the best ride in the UK, in my personal opinion.
It gets very repetitive.
The pre-show is so repetitive, it's just so boring, like the same screens. Well, that one over there, they've got such good like projection mapping and stuff. I don't want to spoil it for you guys.
They've gone over the top.
But it is the best pre-show. But there it is over here.
I actually think that is actually still Halloween though. Like, I think that was part of the Halloween.
Maybe it is.
Because I've heard people talking about that. So.
But here we now are in the queue for, not Valerie Mindham, because we're going to head over towards Nelson and Glatska, but with a queue like that, quite short, but a really good fun ride. And the tip is, we did it last time in the rain. Don't do that because the seats are soaking. So if you get on it before it starts raining really badly, then you get at least some dry seats.
It's a good ride though.
And I think it's a power coaster. You've got some awesome tunnel sections as well as so much more. So yeah, definitely
so
pay that ride.
If you're on Flying Fish or Scorpion Express, this is just a bigger version.
Yeah, and is there an Alton Towers version of that?
Yeah, basically, a better version.
From one ride to the next, we are now head over towards Jewel. And Follow Mountain, you're pretty standard, you know what we think about it. It's a good power coaster, loads of good stuff for little kids on the ride. And if you haven't got into a bigger coasters yet, that is definitely one that I do recommend riding. But as I was going to say a second ago, basically the reason why it's so good that we're going from ride to ride is because at parks like this one, you can go a long way from land to land. Like if you go from Nemesis and Galactica all over to a Smile and Oblivion,
it's a 15-minute walk.
It's a 15-minute walk, and at quite a fast pace as well to get over there.
Yeah, I mean, Lucy's where you got to think like people that just come here like once a year.
But
probably don't know the routes and everything, so that would take even longer.
But even better, we're not even going on Jewel, we're going to the toilets instead. So if real life like rides are open, of course, what is better to do is go from ride to ride, because then you do the land, make way around the park, and you can get a lot more rides done if you do assistant. However, Jewel is amazing, and I would highly recommend heading onto it if it's actually open,
so
which is not a moment.
Runaway Mind Check. There's this one really good moment on it. It's so intense. It's when you're coming to the tunnel. Oh, it's so good, and that's like the best moment on the whole ride. It's actually a pretty good coaster though. It's not bad. Like, it's not my favourite here, but I mean, when we have 7 incredible ones here, obviously it's not going to be at the top, but it's just under spinball for me, and I really enjoy it. It's a good ride.
Yeah, and let me just be honest, I really need the toilet, so I'll catch up with you guys as we leave and head towards the next attraction. Now, I know it's probably the weirdest Tom tip I've ever gave you, but Tom tip number 4 or 5 is that, or first one of today, is that if you do go to toilets, you know often the public toilets can be a little bit dirty. Well, on the board as you enter, they actually have the cleaning times that they clean the toilets, like the day before. So if you look on it, you can see the exact times every single day when they do clean the toilets. So if you do want to have a poo or something, or number 2, what you do is you check the times, and then you know when to go in because it'll be cleaner, they clean the toilets. Now I know, you're probably thinking, what the hell is this channel going on about? But genuinely, it does help a lot, because some of the toilet seats can be disgusting, and if you go in after they clean it, it'll be a lot better. But anyway, we're now heading towards Nemesis in Galactica. I don't look at me like that, it's a very useful tip, and no one gives that. No one, the little things that we give on the channel,
and there's no surprise why
subscribe.
Nobody gives that.
Well, yeah, it's, you know, you wait.
Anyway,
okay, comment down below, you're so helpful, Tom, that's okay.
Right, anyway, now we're going to Nemesis. This is such a coaster. It's like, I mean, I was just saying, it's the one everyone talks about outside of the UK. Like, you look at Icon, except from the people in the UK, nobody really talks about Icon. But Nemesis, this is amazing. Like,
it's well known Icon, isn't it?
This is just incredible.
It's just an incredible coaster. And
it's really got better over the years.
And
I mean, back in 2019, we were saying, well, what is all the fuss about? I think we ranked it in like our lower 50 end. So yeah, it never used to be great, but now, oh, it's amazing. It's smooth, intense. But we're gonna take another ride in it. Hopefully getting back if they don't if
you don't know, this coaster was created by John Wardley, and it is a B&M, so it's an amazing coaster. It was created back in like 1994.
Same year as Big One Shockwave.
Exactly, and what a coaster this is. Like I said, during the time when it was open, this was like, well, again, as it says on the side, the world's most intense ride. Which is not so true now, but at the same time, it's still an amazing coaster, and with a mega short queue. Actually, no, 4 minutes, not too bad. We're now going to head over towards Nemesis and try to tame the beast on the world's most intense experience. Is the only word I can use to describe Nemesis back there. Such a great ride now. I don't know what we've done, it's like I've totally just redone the attraction, but it is fantastic. So smooth, so great, and really, really enjoyable, despite it being actually quite an old coaster. Like some coasters I had recently, like even like Colossus, which opened I think in the 2000s, not so don't judge me, I'm really bad at coaster facts. But even that one is so rough, and then someone had recently, I don't know which one it was, where was it? I don't know, but it's a coaster they added recently to parks, which I've recommend Nemesis. Nemesis is such a good ride, honestly. Get yourself down there, and one thing I noticed, a big tip to us, is do not judge it by a queue. Most rides, you judge by the queue. You can look at it and go, that's around half an hour. Nemesis, where we started, it could have been 5 hours, but it could have also been 10 minutes. It's just so different.
So overall the queue was
and it was just
it's around 25 minutes.
Exactly.
And if you
it was at the top as well, an extended queue.
And if you notice as well, it was right up in the extended queue. It was near the first turnaround before you go to the drop into the first inversion.
Yeah, and also you can tell queue line wise that in the olden days they added a lot more theming and a better queue line, because now there's new rides like Cocktail at Chesington, Mythica, Haunted Monster Party, all sorts of attractions at the parks. But just literally do cash pens. Well, back then, on top of Nemesis, there wasn't a single cash pen in the whole queue line.
It's amazing, man.
And even this one, there's only like a few one zigzag. The rest is all
originally this was
going
air,
around.
So this was originally air. So yeah, that was quite a long time ago. Okay, I think it was secret weapon. I'm gonna guess 6. I don't know. I think it's 6.
And it's quite a long queue for Galacticos. Especially if you want to do it or not.
65.
I'm happy to go for it, but it's quite a queue.
That is a queue.
But actually, that's not there.
That's massive.
Let's not do that. That is, there's a limit we get to.
Oh, yeah.
There's a limit we get to on this channel, and that is just too long. All around the top, yeah. I said it's got 2 stations, which is more than Nemesis does, but it's just so slow at inputting you, and
so say. I mean,
it's not worth it.
It is not their fault though. The operations, that's not why. It's because they have 2 stations. They've got a wave to send one.
Well, logically, just anything faster, wouldn't it?
I know, logically, but no.
I don't know. It also because all like we're lifting up mechanisms and stuff and boarding with oil. It's quite a complicated ride, obviously, to get going. So it could be to do about, but whatever it is, we've waited from literally down the one before that's on, and it was still a half an hour queue line. While that there, you'll be a few hours in there. So tip from us, it's queuing down there, and of course sometimes it queues them down there, just goes round, but around the top as well. So if it has that sort of queue line, do not go on it. However, we have heard that my favourite ride at Alton Towers has opened, which is 13, and we didn't do it open today because it was raining. So we're going to 13. I'll tell you what I like it so much once we get off. I call it so good because I'm building it for ages because it's been closed for so long. So that is time to head over towards the dark forest and head over towards 13 via the cable cars. Great news, guys, the cable cars aren't open. Woo! So instead, we're heading down through the gardens, and most of it's a lovely walk. It's a long walk, and you just go down here to go up again. So good exercise, don't get me wrong, and I'm going to need a bird kitchen after this, but we still want to commit to getting to 13 because Anna knows how good the ride is.
It's alright, like, I mean, I'll give my full review after, but it's alright, it's not bad, but yeah, we'll see after we go on it. But you know what,
it is the best ride
so far it's a really good day.
It's like Alton Towers, I shut up down.
But so far it's a really
it has been a good day so far.
Scarefest as well.
Don't, Adam, please, look at the park, it's nothing to do with it.
Scarefest, something about it. I did say yesterday.
Some leaves on the floor.
And it should be. Out of all the places that just has something, look at Legoland, all pumpkins. I've some like pumpkins and like spooky stuff around here. Oh no, Alton Towers, they put it at the start.
But I did leaves everywhere.
The effort.
Yeah, but I mean, I did say earlier though that we actually booked a trick or treat time, so we'll give our full review on that because I'm really looking forward to it, and it's the only one I've ever paid for really. But I was just really interested into it, and also as well, that's where the Charlie and Chocolate Factory ride used to be, and that was half of that book, so that was where the elevators were. We actually did Charlie and Chocolate Factory, so that was.
I can hardly remember it.
I can hardly remember. I can remember the elevators and the boat ride.
Yeah, I can remember it fully.
Oh,
I can remember Charlie Chocolate Factory.
It was alright, I don't think it was too bad, but I'm really happy they changed it to dungeons to be honest, and then now trick or treat.
I prefer the free attraction, but no, Merlin like to charge you more.
But just one. Oh, talking about Merlin quickly, they actually have Joe Bagwell's Adventure. It's down in Birmingham. It's like an activity centre, but that's not actually free. So 4 activities are free for Merlin. So if you're going to Birmingham at any point, which we may be soon, make sure to put that because you get it for free.
Comment down below if you want us to go there because it's not. I don't know if I'd classify it as a theme park or not. It's a bit like Work Castle.
Yeah,
I debate film vlogs sometimes because I don't know whether you guys want to see that because it's not really a theme park, but I know who watch the channel do have Merlin passes, and it could come in handy if you do come over towards
if you're also doing that, you can also do Leyland Discovery Centre and see Life Birmingham with it.
Whoa, what a day!
Because I actually really enjoyed them. He doesn't, so.
You know, it seems like I don't enjoy a lot of things, but I do enjoy a lot of things. There's nothing I do enjoy. I just think some things just aren't worth doing at times. And like I said, on this channel, I want to be as honest as I can. And there's so many things that I think is great. I think last year, Merlin haven't done the greatest job and stuff, and Merlin has kind of been a bit like money grabbing, to be honest with you guys. But at the same time, we have had some amazing attractions like Mythica over there.
And events
Gangster
such as
Granny. Thumbs up for that one, that was amazing.
I enjoyed
that.
But
I know I'm making a bit negative in this vlog, but I just am not too impressed with it. And I want to be honest with you guys, and we go some events like Oktoberfest, which I really loved over here. I was really positive about it. I really enjoyed it. But I feel like this, literally, unless you're paying to go in somewhere, you literally have nothing to Halloween, and you don't get the Halloween spirit like you do other places.
This is what we said to you there a minute ago. But in Forbidden Valley, we get children from like scare zones, such as in Crows and Morecambe Meadow. Because I feel that would have fit really well.
I'm just walking around.
Yeah, even if it's a family scare zone. So this is the thing. Towers is more family orientated, I thought. So even if they did it more family orientated, that would be perfect. But I don't know. I just thought maybe they should do some scare zones. But even down here though, there's some good news down here, because I've just remembered it. They do actually have the garden light walk down here, which it is returning for 2021. Which is
basically these lights. It is nice, but the way that I look at Halloween events is you've got places like Legoland, but I haven't got any scare attractions at all. But you go in the park and if you watch our Halloween vlog from Legoland, the amount of pumpkins that are down there. And yeah, got a face in face. The amount of pumpkins that are down there. Oh, phenomenal. Yeah, it's such a great place. Well. It's got also nice little walkthroughs to go through. Yeah. A bit like this actually, but just with like Halloween models, lighting, soundtracks.
Yeah, I mean, like, they add more pumpkins like every single week. I mean, we went down yesterday to check it out again. They add even more pumpkins. They just keep on adding.
Yeah, and even like around the park, you got like little booths that you get like little like trick-or-treat stuff for, which is really nice, but nothing scary.
Yeah, Warwick Castle's good.
And then you got parks like Fort Park, which is obviously meant to be the scary ones. And then I've got an order to pay for the mazes this year. But at least you've got stuff like the scare through, like walk through attractions, like the crows, and you've got the creek through kind of chain, all that sort of stuff. It still gets you in the Halloween spirit, even though it's not as good as the maze, of course, itself. But when you go to places like here, where literally, unless you're paying 40 quid to do all the mazes and stuff, you walk around and there's nothing Halloween-y towards it. You've got the entrance, which is the best entrance of any Halloween. I know that, I can admit that one.
Yeah, so the thing is, like, what we were working out a minute ago is how much it would cost you if you turn up on the gate and you've got everything here.
Yeah, in family of four, all of us, we turn on the gate, not on the rolling pass, it would cost you 80 quid each to do all of the Halloween, including all the mazes, only once, and get into a park day, which is a lot of money when, like, you just have to do mazes, and that's the thing.
Yeah, but I mean the thing is,
if you don't do the mazes, you don't really get anything of Halloween.
Apparently though, the mazes are really well themed, so that's definitely a reason to do them here. So
yes, don't get me wrong, when you put money, you do expect it to be themed, but the thing of mazes, as much as they're good, they're the same thing no matter what you do in them. And I know Jayden did the crows at Fort Park, and don't get me wrong, it was an amazing maze, but when you're paying 10 quid each to get into them, it doesn't feel so good, because it's the same thing as the other mazes that were when they were free, and you're paying a lot of money to get into them. But that's just my opinions over on Scarefest. I know everyone else has different opinions. I just want to share it over the channel, and I know we'll give a whole forest here talking about it, and I'm getting tired walking up these stairs right now. I'm the next one for ages. Yeah. But nevertheless, it's still awesome as well at Scarefest, because I mentioned that one, to do night rides, which is really, really cool.
Especially on Wicker Man.
Open till 9 o'clock tonight, which means
so night rides.
But we can get some night rides on some of the best attractions at the park. And Smiler's not open, unfortunately, so can't do that one, even though I'm a bit happy. I don't think I can moaning again.
No, actually, saying that though, like...
But that's another story, Smiler.
I do wish it was down, because I'm sure some people that come down.
And also it was short down the Tuesday as well, Smiler's open.
It does, but I mean, do you know what? For us, personally, it doesn't really matter that much, but I do feel sorry for people who travel all the way down to get on Smiler, but...
Yeah. Hey ho, we're now heading over towards Forbidden Valley, and then Nothing Man, you're not back again, for Dark Forest to ride 13. Best ride in the UK. Well, apart from Mythica, without a doubt, 13 is amazing. And quickly, before I do continue, there's a queue for Rita. God, that's long enough. I've got a picture on my phone. I put up on Instagram of the queue for Rita, and it is absolutely mental how long the queue is for that. But today, yeah, it's packed over here, it really is. But 13, so I'm not going to spoil for you in this vlog, but if you want to see it, watch a POV, as it has got some very, very unique elements towards it. But
I mean,
we queued, how long did you queue for? We queued like...
We queued a total of an hour and 45 minutes.
105 minutes that ride, but I think it was worth it. And credit everything around the park, it's so busy today.
It is though, this is what we're saying.
It's worth getting on it.
It's Rita's probably about like maybe a 2-hour queue, so it is pretty busy today, but the good thing is that we do have trick or treat down there, which Tom's obviously not doing again.
So long queues, guys. Long queues.
But to be fair though, if you are coming down here and you do want to do the scare mazes and stuff, trick or treat time is actually always put on pretty much. So yeah, if you are doing it, I wouldn't worry about queuing. So it's a good time.
But we're now heading down over towards Bird Kitchen, one of my favourite things to do in the day over here at Alton Towers. As actually, believe it or not, Merlin food isn't actually awfully priced. When I used to theme park food and went to Drayton Manor last week, where a box of a medium-sized McDonald's chips pretty much cost £3. Well, £5 could get even worse, and it was just so expensive. So actually, we take Merlin food for granted, but it's not awfully priced. So I'm gonna head in here, give you guys a food review. I'm taking a look around the park, but so far today we've done 4 rides in like 4 hours, with 2 hours open up in 13. So that was that. But we'll head around, try to do some more rides. So 13's always one of the longest queues to ride. Such a slow input, but overall the theming, the ride, and the atmosphere you get over on 13 is the best. The theme is very good. And I'm just having a look down, speaking in the corner, at the trick or whatever down there. I've got all of that filming ready to do later on today, and of course you can't film inside the mazes, however,
or even take photos. Like,
yeah, no photos, so we can't do that for you guys, but we'll have Anne's review as they get out. But more importantly, the review of the Bird Kitchen over here is coming soon in 3, 2, 1. After an amazing burger, we are now over here outside the Toxic Junkyard, which is a new maze. Well, not new maze, it's been around for 2021. I think it was 2020, and there was a freak show which used to be down here, I think, in 2019. So it has been around for a while, this zone, but it does look very, very, very cool. But I'm sorry I couldn't get a burger. Basically, I got the wrong order, so then I needed to redo it, and by that point I was starving, so I forgot to film. I'm gonna go to the Bird Kitchen for you guys. But this base here down here does look really, really cool. So if you get the opportunity, it is quite a cool one. Next year, don't know who we're around again. It's been around for quite a few years now, it's earlier. So if it is around, maybe do it. That's one I think if I was, oh, sorry, zoomed a little bit. That's the one if I was gonna pay to go inside of a maze, I would do, because it does look really, really cool. And as well, a little bit different in there. It doesn't look like the typical maze that you head through, which I think is quite cool. But there you go. A few crates, some cool chainsaw we just saw in there. So if you do go towards here, it is quite an awesome thing. But we now decided that due to the park being so busy in the middle of the day, like, it's quite a start, it's quite the end, but in the middle it's packed. We're going to nip up towards Tower Street, which is where we do the majority of, I mean all of the Halloween stuff. That's over here at Alton Towers Scarefest. So we're going to see all that we have to offer over at Tower Street. We're going to go in the shop, which is always better in the middle of the day, so you can get a proper good look around, see some cool teddies as well with this year, which I've done before.
Do you actually have one?
And he's already bought one, he's already got one, so he don't run out, which is really, really good news.
They are very nice.
And we're going to show you all the like different decorations and models that are added for 2021 Scarefest. So join us, and we head a little bit down Tower Street, then go in after though towards do some more attractions, because we know we love the attractions over here at Scarefest, especially to come tonight. The attractions just get 10 times better. But let's now go up towards Tower Street and show you some clips. So there's the show on as well, which is quite cool. So, of everywhere we've seen today, Tower Street has to be the best thing so far. But, heading into the shop now, what could be inside of here? What goodies or special Alton Towers Scarefest merch can there be? So we're going to head in here right now, skip past these junk sections at the start, like £3 for a chocolate bar, bit too much for us. So we're going to get past all of these Tesco bought merchandise, and then we're going to head straight up towards what I call the decent merch, where you can literally get some custom Alton Towers stuff. But is there any Scarefest thing? That is the question. Already I think I can see something just up here, so let's go. Have a quick look. Just nip that exit, sorry. And head up. Oh, here you go. Up the ramp, and already straight up here, off the back, you can see some Alton Towers merchandise. Now these are really cool. Like, I know Adam's already got the pumpkin character, but we've got the whole collection. These are now, of course, the kid mascots over here for Alton Towers Scarefest, and I can't remember all the names of it really, but they are really, really cool. Only 16 quid as well, with Merlin discount. If you have Merlin Pass, probably down to like 12. my dad just pointed out as well, these mugs now. More merch as well. I think it's more than the years before. I think these tellies are such a good thing, so I hope they get bought this year. It's a really nice idea to start bringing the tellies in towards the park. But this mug here as well, I think out of any mugs that they've done at the parks, really good. It's got a good quality as well. It's not like there's like little like stickers on them. They're like proper like blended into a mug, and it sticks out. It's a bit like 3D effects. So that's really, really cool. I don't want to smash it obviously, but that is 12 quid. Again, with Merlin discount, I'd presume it'd be around quick maths, £9.60 that would be if you got Merlin discount. Which isn't too bad actually, it's less than 10 quid. And then of course on top of that you've obviously got all of your classic Scarefest t-shirts. I've seen that one before definitely, that one there, haven't ever seen that one before, so that's obviously new. And apart from that, you've got some cool posters, obviously you can't buy them. But I think that's really Scarefest merchandise around the park. But let's have a quick look at what else there is to buy from Alton Towers. But if you come to Scarefest, get that, as you only get one opportunity to buy that merch. So you get a lot more opportunities to buy these ones though. Okay, there you go, that's Tower Street, and I'm not gonna lie, that is the best entrance to a Halloween event there is I've been to. Now, the rest of the park, as you can tell by here, there's nothing really to do with it, but when I was describing it really when I was there, it seemed like, you know, like when you're on your street or something, and there's this one house that goes mental for Halloween, like, they get all the decks up there, like, go absolutely full out on it. That is what Tower Street is like to Alton Towers. The whole street is just like a mental house, and everything else is like gave up basically. And that is my view on what Tower Street is like. But I know Adam's crossing his head right now, but I want to do Jewel.
It's not.
I'm sorry, Jewel is an amazing ride. No, I want to do Jewel. Jewel's a good ride. So we're gonna have a quick look at it, see how long the queue is. Now, of course, everything over here at Scarefest is absolutely packed today. But I do want to get some rides done for you. Adam's really just filmed some clips for his channel, but this Jewel queue. It's quite long, but of course, as it's always moving, it might be quite not so bad, but nevertheless, we'll have a look at how long this queue is. If we decide to do it, we'll see you on Jewel, and if not, we'll head to the next attraction.
We just get in there though, make the decision, otherwise we'll keep...
Okay, we decided not to go into Jewel because it had a long queue, and I'll give you an I can admit it was queuing outside of where I thought it was queuing, so it was a long queue. However, we are walking past Funkin' and Fly, which of course is new for 2020. Hopefully close in 2021, but nevertheless, I still haven't done it yet. I'm not that fast like you have. You have, I haven't.
It's not very good. It's just a paratrooper basically, but a Alton Towers version. So.
You know that. You got that right there. You got any fun fair, and you got Nemesis Galactica just around the corner, which is like literally two of the world's best coasters. Nemesis being like people from the world around the world with Nemesis, and Galactica are being a flying coaster. Yes, it's a family one, but it's still. It's better than a carnival ride, which you can go on anywhere. So when I come here, it just doesn't see any point of riding any of them. However, some people enjoy them, so that's okay. But when you're spending £50 to go in, you'd rather do a ride like that. And we're going to give it another go. We're not 100% sure if we're going to get in them or not, because
it says 50 minutes. It should be alright.
So with Alton Towers, you just double that, make 100, and then it might just be a little bit longer than that. But I hope it's not too long.
We're 13, but when we were in the queue, they changed to 120. Pretty much back when 120. It was 140. No, it was 110, sorry, yeah. It was alright, it was pretty close, not too bad.
And also, you can hear the soundtrack starting to play as we enter down towards the ride. So that's good sound. I remember looking at my first ride of it in 2016, I think it was, but I actually rode Air before it was Galactica, which. So I did it in 50 pair, yeah? Yeah. He knows more than I do when I rode the ride.
Closed in 2015.
But yeah, I remember I did Air. It was amazing Air, and then Galactica was good with VR, but wasn't amazing. I think everyone just started to not go on the VR seats because they wanted to experience the ride. So we just took with VR. So now basically it's just back to Air, but with a Galactica theming. But yes, the queue was a little bit shorter than earlier. Let's have a look around the queue. It's not around the top half, so that's always a good sign.
Also as well for me, like this and Nemesis are the two best coaches here. It's such a hard battle for me. Like I mean, these.
I don't know.
I mean, out of these two, it's my second.
It's very unique, this coaster. It's like, you've never been like aboard anyone's like under like ones like Tatsu or Manta, which are other B&M flying coasters. You will obviously love this ride because it's so unique. When you do rides like that, which are so much more intense, this one, as much as it's fun, it's like, again, it's like a family version of it. It's like,
it's not
if Tatsu was like Rita, which is like flying fish.
It's like a
That's what it's like. But it's a good start, man. It's a good start, man. For young kids who can't do the bigger ones at parks, it's really nice to have this family one. There's really any other family ones in the world, is there?
What? Family ones? No, I mean, this is not classified as a family one.
But it feels like a family one.
It's sort of like a family version of like Tatsu or Manta or Superman Ultimate Flight, so.
And a quick round fills the queue before I end this clip, as we have a look at how long the queue is. I don't think it's that bad, because there's going on there.
It's only about half an hour.
I know you're half an hour, but it is sometimes very slow the input. So if we look over, oh, we'll take that. I say that's only half an hour. Let's go. On to Galactica. Just completed over in the amazing Forbidden Valley. I remember that, but I don't remember that one last time. But we are heading over towards Jewel again for our third time trying to look at it today. So hopefully, third time for charm.
Second time.
You thought so long, I would have done it.
It was going to be about 45 minutes.
But whatever the queue is, we're doing it, unless it's just queuing up here. Now, that would be a bit too long. However, yeah, did Galactica, it was amazing, so good. It was like literally like 20 minutes about to get on, so that was really quick.
Yeah,
and
so, for you who knows the queues, so basically, it was queuing up, where the extended queues, it was queuing up half of that.
Yeah, I did show it earlier.
The queue was literally about 25 minutes, and it said 50. So,
also, a tip from us.
There's a tip, jump in a queue even if it looks like, well, Galactica is the one where it can be so varied, because
we're in the queue for it, like, all got a short queue, and literally as you were born into 2 stations, and it took like an hour. Well, then it just took 2 minutes. Don't know why, it takes so long sometimes, but overall, that's all queue on 30 minutes, 25 minutes, so not too bad.
And hopefully we'll get them
when we go on to the stations, now you get to 2 stations, normally they tell you, sometimes you just nip off. But go to station 2, because station 2 is straight down and then on. Station 1, you're going to go down, over, and then down again. So we did do it, we looked for someone in station 1, and as soon as we got off Galactica, they were just about to get ready to board it. So it wasn't a lot of difference, but still a ride, around 2 or 3 minutes, possibly 4 or 5 offloading, unloading as well. So makes a little bit of difference when going over. It makes maybe enough time just to run a Wicker Man for the last of the day. So it can make a big difference when you're rushed for time over here at Alton Towers. But the queue line is still queuing out, but it doesn't look too bad. Not as bad as it was earlier. So we're now going to go on one of my favourite rides, the first ride in fact we ever did in the theme park coasting vlog. So it is Jewel, one of my favourite tracks at Alton Towers, favourite laser gun ride I think in the whole of the UK. Let's go as a haunted house strikes back. Imagine not winning on Jewel, Dad, because that's what well no, that's what you did, you didn't win. I won, because we just played Jewel, and what a fun laser game is that, so enjoyable, so action-packed, and with all the laser guns, having a little bit of that, it's really, really good. It feels like a retro haunted house as a laser game, which has been updated to make it absolutely amazing, and that's really what Jewel is. And all of my favourite rides at the park always walk on queue, like about there was like, it was 10 minutes.
It usually is a walk.
It was like 10 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it wasn't even that bad, but the queue wasn't as long as we were predicting it was going to be, so that was good. But it's quite a nice little dark ride. It's not my favourite here, but it's definitely worth it.
I'll show you my highest score. My highest score is 44,200. Now comment down below what your highest score is, but can you beat my 44,200? Because that's what I've actually got like, on one of my first times on it, and I just haven't beat it since. I've been trying every single time. I've got like 35,000 on this one. So it's close, but just not close enough. However, we're now heading up this little path here and heading towards the amazing Spinball Wizard.
But also another thing is that Battle Valley is actually has a replay. As you can see, there's now got a red flag.
Yeah.
Let's have a quick look. Yeah.
Yeah, so when I did it, they were halfway updated it, so they only had half of it there. But now this one's red flag, it looks really nice, and I hope it stays around for longer because it's a good more try.
Now, quickly, before we continue, I just want to get these people here wet. So I'll be in 1 sec. We'll quickly just run over and get them wet. And they're going to go over here. Hang on, thinking they're not going to get wet, but you wait for us. We're going to go and quickly go and get the site. Ready? And don't hold the camera, hold the reserve. It's up to you, I'm quickly hold the camera. Okay, okay. Hold it. You want to film it?
I don't mind.
Okay, go. Go. Look, go. Oh, that's good fun. Like I said, what they charged for that.
What?
So they charged for that for a while.
They used to charge.
I think those ones down there they still charge for.
I think so.
Yeah.
They've updated them, so that's good.
Good thing.
That's good. Merlin's making it through.
Merlin's making it through, but free. I mean, not through. But we're now heading over towards Spinball Wizard after that. Hopefully we get a night ride in there because it's like 20 minutes time.
Sunset is in about 20 minutes. If we do get a night ride, it's a great night ride. And also as well, it's also a great sunset ride.
Exactly. And what we know, you know, is that they've released a Christmas event rideless, haven't they, Adam?
Yes.
And what ride is on it?
This is the thing. So we're just looking at a Christmas event, and we thought, because like they say CBeebies Land and David Williams World will be open, so we obviously thought they won't open anything big if that's like the main things they're announcing. Then they announced the full lineup: Spinball, Hex, the whole of David Williams, Mutiny Bay, apart from Wicker Man, and CBeebies Land is all open. So it's great news Spinball's open because I mean,
you want decent coaster.
Exactly.
Like
I mean, I know it was open the last 2 Christmases, but we just weren't expecting it because they announced it way earlier last year. So it's good that Spinball's open, and it'd be nice if we do come down to get quite cold with Spinball, and especially night rides as well, because the park's until 8 o'clock, and obviously it gets dark around 4 then. So
yeah, you got a lot of night rides on Spinball, and also, of course, because it was a Christmas event, it's very likely to be a lot quieter than the other events because no real rides are open. Which
Talking
if you are a big fan of Spinballs, Windsor, then you've got the rides in there.
And talking about events, they've actually started on the fireworks, so it's just up there.
And yes, we are going to watch the fireworks. Next weekend is happening. The fireworks spectacular over here at Alton Towers Resort. Now, it's cost us, like, how much to go?
Well, so it will cost you. So it will cost you £20 each day if you're just a Merlin and you pass with it. But if you're a Platinum or Premium, I'm not sure which one it is, but the black card basically.
Platinum.
If you have that one, you get to get it for free. But we had to update our cards earlier.
So basically, for you guys, we spent like another 500 quid to go and get a new card so we watch these fireworks shows.
But we've done it.
We've done it, and we're going next Saturday. The vlog will hopefully come out the week after.
3
so
firework days
subscribe button, comment down below if you do want to check out that vlog where we're going to go towards the Alton Towers fireworks and film all that for you guys. And Legoland as well, that Friday. That Friday on Legoland, and we'll post it on that evening. So stay tuned to the channel for always updates and so much more. But I think it's now time to have a spin on the Spinball Wizard. Wow! So, we have just completed Spinball Wizard, and what a ride that was. Really good fun. Mum didn't enjoy it too much. She didn't ever done it once, and she did again. It was fun though. It was a fun ride. But we just got a fun little photo as well, and heading down the Tower Street sort of grass area, which they've been doing all the events on lately, and of course fire's going to be here too. So it's really good. They've got some massing here, and really sort of massing at the top. You've got all the bonfires, you've got loads of stalls.
He's going to be pleased the Wonder Bars to have it.
Going to be very pleased. We're going towards fireworks next week. But yeah, we can have a spot on here because there's this show going on at the moment, which is really, really awesome. But I just wanted to mention that this area here has been used for Mardi Gras, Oktoberfest, now called Scarefest, and then finally it's going to be used for the fireworks spectacular happening over in November. But here's a quick clue of the show over here. Of course, the Ancestor Show, and the stage is actually quite cool. It's got some really good props on it, but yeah, one day we watch it full, but when it's night time and you're not too fussed on this, you kind of want to do night rides. And looking at this towers as well, how beautiful, well, a lot of towers are. One thing I can definitely give Alton Towers is that it looks amazing at night. So I was walking around the park looking at all these amazing lighting.
I'm very excited for Garden Night. So basically what our aim is now is hopefully to Oblivion, then we have like literally a whole walk around the park just to see everything at night and what it looks like, and then we've got trick-or-treat down to do, so very excited for that.
No, and people miss that. What's something that's really got actually about the Dr. Junkyard is that actually with it having those like smoke effects, it goes over the castle, so the castle looks like really misty. So I know I'm just talking to you, but I want to get a photo of this for Instagram because it just looks so awesome here at night. And then we'll catch up with you literally just 1 second after to get some Instagram photos. If you want to follow on Instagram, it's at Theme Park Coasting over Instagram, so check it out. There you go, just got a photo for Instagram and we're heading back down over towards Oblivion. But I do think it's worth mentioning that if you are going over towards Scarefest next year, lots of mazes are actually situated outdoors. So you've got to check on the app or on the website before you do head over towards Fright Nights. As well as like Toxic Junkyard, Scarefest, and lots of like mazes like Toxic Junkyard is outdoors. So what you don't want to be doing is doing in the day where you get that experience at night.
That's what people will be saying.
However, some of the mazes are also indoors, so you want to do it in the day to get night rides. So you got to make them mind up.
In order to do it, it's Darkest Stairs, Attic, then Ultimate Miners, then Toxic Junkyard. Because the thing is, for them 3 previous mazes, there's no point like queuing up for them in like the day and then, well no, sorry, night, because it's going to have a longer queue at night because everyone thinks it's outdoors. It's not outdoors, they're all indoors. Towards the junkyard, yeah, it's worth it.
But could you one second, I'm going to quickly film inside of it, so you can see inside of here. Let's have a quick look inside of the exit. I can't see an awful lot from in there. But
I know it's been said that when I just booked a ticket for a night in an indoor maze, but still, it's worth it.
Exactly, and I think later on with like the children mazes, like you're doing sort of thing, it's better to do it later on to go home and stuff. Well, over on the other mazes, it will be a lot more busier later on, but at the same time, it has this sort of darkness over here. It's so cool, and the lighting as well. Really just makes the park 10 times better at night. Like everything at night is 10 times better. The rides 10 times better, the park is 10 times better, and as long as they do the lighting correctly, like we do over here at Towers, it's definitely worth it. But here's a quick look at the queue line. Even though you're paying 10 quid, you still have a queue over here at Alton Towers. Oh, creepy. Is a smiler open? No, it's not. Not for the last month it hasn't been.
Sadder, really, isn't it?
Pun?
Sadder, really.
Yeah. So, yeah, see you did there, very funny. But instead we're going to be heading over towards the amazing Oblivion, which of course is the world's first 90 degrees roller coaster. I mean, like drop roller coaster. So, I mean, dive, not drop, dive roller coaster. I'm getting tired, guys, I'm getting tired. However, it does say that the queue is 25 minutes. This is not too bad, we'll take that. And for a night ride, the rides get 10 times better, because as you're up there, about to get on the drop, you can hardly even see it. So, that is absolutely sick. No way out though, is there? I think we'll find a way out. Yeah. Because you do want to still do Wicker Man at the end of the day.
I do still want to do Wicker Man. Now Smiling shot, I want to do Wicker Man.
Yeah, that is the only night ride we haven't done yet, isn't it?
Wicker Smiler?
Smiler, yeah.
Yeah, and sort of Rita. Rita was another one that sort of was like a dust ride, but Smiler's the main one we haven't done at night, so we need to get it done. It's the only coaster we haven't done at night as well, so.
I told you in the last vlog, but I'll tell you in this vlog today, because I got a comment, because all throughout our vlog in our channel since 2017, we kept saying on the vlogs, what is this pole here doing here? And the signal station that you're walking up to right now, we kept saying, what is this pole doing here? Like, why is there 2 sides? And we thought, like, is it fast passes? No. Is it disabled queue? No. Well, actually, in fact, these poles are here because at the top there's 2 stations, and it used to be station 1 on that side and station 2 on that side, and you lined up for the station that you wanted to get.
It never worked because there were always these gaps in between, so people just kept switching sides. Right
really?
Back. Yeah, it never worked at all.
So that's obviously why now it's like this. However, I think it's better like this, to be honest with you. Because I've had like a leaf of oat there, yeah. To me that sense of Merlin, but if we wanted to save a bit of money, so we didn't put any things down here. So anyway, we're now heading over towards Oblivion. And one tip from Theme Park Coasting is do not look down.
Resort. Thank you for your cooperation.
after riding Oblivion, we are passing the entrance of Alton Towers Mine Tours. But of course, not doing it because it costs 10 quid, but still, it is a nice maze and it has been periods before and it does look very, very good. So again, if you have an unlimited budget, come over here. Mine Tours is definitely one, but you should try getting yourself on because it is a really, really good maze. However, we're now heading to literally one free attraction over here at Alton Towers Scarefest for this year. And same as last year, I guarantee next year we're going to charge you to go in here, but it is the Sunken Gardens, where all the gardens get lit up. No, the Sunken Gardens is at Fort Park. This is the light, what's it called,
Garden Night Walk.
The Garden Night Walk, yeah, not the Sunken Gardens, is it? And it is a really nice one. We did it last year. It's a nice walk around the garden, something that Mum would love. And you can see all the lights. Really, really magical, and if you haven't seen it before, enjoy this vlog because it is a real treat to see all of the gardens lit up at night, which just looks spectacular. Also, again, looking over here at the Alton Towers. My dad stepped in a puddle by mistake, and we can also see that they have redone the windows as part of their new development of the castle. They're trying to refurbish it as much as they can, and they've done a really good job so far. But looking at the windows, and all of these like crests in it, I think are like the olden crests and stuff. So it's really, really awesome. You can see, but this castle is getting along well, and hopefully soon it should all be done, and then maybe we can get a hotel somewhere. How cool would that be, guys? But we're now heading down over towards the Sunken Gardens, and there's some clips, and yeah. So I'm just taking over this castle. I said, some of the Alton Towers is so unique as a castle. Like, no matter where you go, you cannot get to a theme park like this. Just the castles are so unique, it's so cool. And in the summer holiday and stuff, you can actually walk around the top of the castle. So maybe next year, if I use some more during winter time, we can walk on a bit more of it to show you guys. Stay tuned, subscribe, like and comment. As we go to Alton Towers on a monthly basis, we've been to every single event so far this year, and probably will go to every single event this year. So you've got all those reviews. So if you want the channel, subscribe, Theme Park Coasting, check out our Instagram at Theme Park Coasting to be up to date with all of the updates from Alton Towers, as well as the other UK theme parks and also ones abroad, because next year's going to be a very good year for the channel. But find out in our end of year special for 2021 what is happening next year. But enough about our socials, it is now time to head towards the lighted garden.
What?
What garden again? I keep getting the name of the garden.
Okay, it's Garden Night Walk.
Garden Night Walk.
Souls.
Okay, Whispering Souls, that's the full name. Let's go check it out.
It actually came in 2020.
Yeah, last year.
This is the second year running now. And you know what? I'm happy it's back.
And
it's a good addition.
I'm saying to the audience, let's do it before it costs money.
Yeah.
You never know in this park. Yeah. Next year you'll be happy to pay to go in the garden, so let's not go.
The gardens are really good. I mean, obviously we'll talk to you the whole way through it, but yeah, it's a really good walk.
Let's go. Already the view of the garden looks absolutely amazing, and last year I was waiting in a queue for this, so I think this year I was just walking, head around and you leave at the bottom. Now of course the whole garden isn't included in this. I don't think the fountain at the bottom is also in here, and you cannot go through the gardens at this time of night to get towards Nemesis and Glasgow. So don't try sneaking your way through because there's barriers up, security around, so be careful when it comes to that, and you can't see where you're going. But if you do need to go in here, we'll hear a safety announcement and we'll show you some awesome clips and some commentary throughout. Off we go down into the gardens, and all the lights just look amazing, and I hope for the Christmas event as well. But maybe that's like snow tourists and make you walk around. I don't know if they do that.
Yeah, so in the Christmas event they've got like Topia, which is basically I believe is in the gardens, and that's going to be sort of
the show.
Like no, so I like Topia is actually like a walkthrough like this, but it's going to have like more Christmas theming on.
Oh, amazing! So
a lot more.
I feel like has like snow and like little like lights down here, which is really cool. I don't know if anyone's ever been to Longleat before, but they used to do this like amazing light thing, like all these massive models and stuff. It's not running this year, but it used to be amazing. We used to go there all the time, but of course this year it's not running. So instead, we maybe head towards Alton Towers as a sneak peek for you guys. But all the music, just of course this is an old garden, so the route can be a little bit weird, but once you go down here, it's so good. It's like, I don't think they should classify this as an attraction to go through, but you can see like, oh, I don't know, you can't really tell, but there's lots of like little ghosts flying around up there and stuff. It's really cool. But it is a classified as an attraction and some great photo opportunities. I know some people who would absolutely love going down here and exploring the gardens at night. Maybe do a few laps, right, Mum?
Yeah.
Do you know what? We might do it a couple of laps if we want. Because the good thing about this as well is it's completely free, it's completely walk on.
And you can go as many times as you want.
Yeah, so I mean it's perfect way to get, and I mean it's so nice. Like it's basically the same as last year, but oh, it's amazing. This is worth the visit for me just alone for this.
Yeah, like I said, you don't go see gardens like this. Parks all together at night time, it's different. It's very, very different. It's like a whole new theme park. It's like it got tons of that, and then the gardens, as there's all this lighting towards it, it makes the gardens look even better. And I just want to show you what it's all around here. I know you've probably seen other YouTubers film around this gardens, but I bet you guys won't mind watching it again as we head through here and show some clips. Oh, pull the lever and pull the lever. Oh, nice. I don't know if it does anything, but it's a cool looking lever. Oh god, I love this section. I remember last year, I know it's getting excited over a few pushes, but it's just like goes on forever, just keeps going down, and the photos of things you can get down here is absolutely spectacular. So if you come here and you've got like some old people or like your mum or dad or whatever, and they want to come into an experience on town again, so it's about theme parks. Look at this, okay? You can take them here and then you can cheer them up for like half an hour or so.
Nice.
You like it, don't you? Yeah, it's lovely. Star Wars. Oh. I don't know what I'm trying to project onto there, but it's either projection mapping or I'm just projecting a random picture onto a wall. Yeah. Or ghost effect, it's whispering souls. That's what it is, but it's still nice little bit. I don't remember that last year actually, that part. I remember this part down here, right? The lighting, very nice. Well, it's honestly...
Yeah, it's costume.
Costume, don't it? It's honestly like, it's just the trail of the steps, basically. More than the trail of whispering souls, because my legs are killing me now. I give you our step count at the end of this vlog today, but we've done a lot of walking because the cable cars are open, and now we're in here. As much as the gardens are lovely, it's a lot of walking getting around this place. Lots of walking, but a big question quickly before I end this clip is the boat here. Last year it was over there, there's really cool up thing on there, but I don't think it has returned this year. Maybe it's sunk in the boat, I don't know. But that's a really nice little thing I got some good pictures of last year. However, look at this, I honestly, they don't need to do this, it's not needed, they could have just closed off the gardens, but it's a nice little walk through, nice little bonus, sort of thing that Alton Towers does to make your day just a little bit more magical over here. Wow, what a lovely walk was that, and now we're outside of the castle, this like courtyard area. I really never filming it here because it's not like near anything properly where I can like film for you guys, so I thought I'll give you a little show over here. But I'm sitting down, obviously, so I'm talking to you guys on this bench, haven't sat down here for ages, so it feels really nice to rest my legs for a little bit, and going to film clips. My dad's going to the toilet, so it's me here on the bench talking to you guys. But Adam is very shortly going to enter into the trick-or-treat area, which I've got the name wrong. I'm so bad at names, I'm sorry guys. I should know about this sort of thing before I do a vlog, and in the future, next year, I'll look it up. But the trick-or-treat woods, I think it's called, where you get some awesome treats. I've seen a few like trick-or-treat bands come around, so we'll show you what he gets afterwards. But it's going to have a great time with it. It's going to be really, really awesome to see his reactions as he does get through there. For me, because I don't want to pay like £8 each to go in there, I'm not going to unfortunately do it. However, it's not filming anywhere in the house, so you're going to be seeing a lot different. Me and Mum wants to get some coffee. She's sitting over there. I can't even see me sitting down here. However, I am so looking forward to be able to do the rest of the rides over here. But in the meantime, I think we're going to nip over towards Gangster Granny, which is the new land for, well, Dave Williams' land is the new land for 2021. And I haven't yet seen it in the dark. So in that like next half an hour or so before Adam's time ticket, we're going to have a quick look in there to see what Gangster Granny has got looking like in the night time, because we've never seen that before, which is quite nice. However, we had a quick look at the timings and we actually realised it's worth living in the dark forest quickly because we want to explore all the areas at night time. And I don't think I've everything's there before at night. Not this dark, I don't think ever.
No, we've been
and
like,
I wish we could do 13 at this dark because it was such a good ride in pitch black.
But you never know, we may do it after we do trick or treat. But yes, it's a long queue, like, no way. Oh, we waited an hour and a half for that earlier. As obviously,
it is the best ride over in the UK of it. Well,
it's good. It's good.
But I said we haven't reached yet. That was a ridiculous queue earlier today.
Yeah, that got to 120 minutes. That's like the longest queue I've ever seen it go. It's crazy earlier.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a good ride. Like, I like routes like that. in my opinion, Dark Forest is the worst area out of all of them at this park.
But how is it at night time? Because it's forest to be dark.
It's probably the best, so.
And also, I do wish instead of having those big floodlights, maybe had like some like green light shining up.
Yeah.
Like, don't grab on the trees, like at the bottom, some green light shining up those pillars.
But the reason why they do that is because obviously the people in the orb cabin need to see all of like obviously the cargo around the track. And then there was loads of green lighting. That was the problem last year, I believe. Is that there was so much green lighting so they couldn't see it. So this year they made it already white, so it doesn't look as good, but still.
Because you're still going to done green lighting, just not at certain points. I don't need the lighting, but I don't know.
I mean, there's just some green lights down there, near 13.
A few green lights, yeah. So this is Dark Forest. I think I could have done a bit more effort with the lighting down here, but it's still really bright. I said one thing I like about this sort of place is that if I stand in my face, you guys can see me. And normally, when I'm in the car on my way home and stuff, which will probably end up vlogging, you won't see my face, which is a bit annoying for you guys. When having the big floodlights, there's one big one up there, there's one big one up there, there's all the way down there, everywhere you can see is big floodlights that I could have actually photo match or something, so you can see when I'm filming and what I am looking at when we walk around here. But the camera doesn't do justice at the park. Honestly, if you want to come towards the park at night time, do it, because I don't think you regret heading down here. However, have a quick look at the Eaton's queue line. If it's anywhere near like half an hour above, we won't be doing it before our space, because you don't want to risk his point. But if it's less than that, then of course a little one. But quickly move down towards 13 to have a look at that area. Now, as Anne was saying about the lighting and stuff, that's why 13 has got this really cool lighting at the entrance, because obviously the ride is further down. So it makes you wonder as well, on the 13 ride, has it got floodlighting or is it pitch black?
I think it's pitch black, I'm not sure. People be saying it is pitch black, but I mean, that 13 hasn't been running that much this Scarefest due to like
the rain and stuff
getting wet and everything. So, yeah.
Oh.
What is this?
It's a camera.
What does 4K mean?
It's the very high definition.
Don't get too close, please.
Can I eat your face?
Yeah?
He can eat your face?
Can he?
I mean, I won't.
Have you just given him permission to eat your face?
No!
No, okay. No face eating.
No faces. No faces. God, there's no actors around here, it's cool. Yeah. Oh, I love when actors walk around the park. Something I really like. I don't know if I've been to roaming around the park or if it's just like occasional actors crossing around, walking between the mazes, but it's quite cool. That was a bit of interaction. Don't get scared. If you're younger, you might not have to interact with them, of course, but when you have a camera in your hand, you're more likely to get picked on. Okay, so we'll blow up your camera right, but the lights really do affect the camera quality a little bit, but that is what Alan's going to be heading in 1 second. But first, we're heading over towards the world of David Walliams. Probably, even though it's land, my least favourite land at the park. It used to be Carcookie Land, and that's it. I didn't change it a lot, to be honest. I just added the carousel, added one of those stupid carnival rides, and the candy's not half bad, but it could have been a bit more like, imagine like in there doing like a David Walliams movie theatre where you can go and watch some shows. I don't think I'm gonna let that far ahead. I'm in there, it's an expensive ride, but they could have added stuff in there like the paint jobs, as much as nice. It doesn't go wow David Walliams to me, it just goes a few painted buildings around here. But could you imagine if they did something really, really awesome in there? But actually, they're not bad. Cute. Do you have time on? Hard one.
Probably have 15 minutes in there.
Should we risk it? I think we should risk it. And if you're a bit late, it doesn't really matter.
Let's get snow, we'll just jump on the queue.
Yeah, we're going to jump on the queue, but let's have a quick look. See if we can ride Gangster Granny ride at night, which is not really much difference, to be honest with you.
It's indoors.
It's indoors, so you don't see the night time, but we're in the night time queue line.
See the corgis at night.
See the corgis at night. There you go, one up there. Gangster Granny ride for you guys. Let's go. And I'll show some clips of the loading, but you cannot film on the ride. Little one's over here, so you're missing a lot from indoors. However, let's go if we have time. I don't know if we do or not. I think you have a check. We'll have a check. We'll think about it. Cool. See you back in a sec. Okay, there you go. We have just completed the David Walliams land, and Adam just finished a few rides down, didn't you?
Yeah, so I actually did.
Zoomed in a little bit.
Like, Roger's Bouncy Bottomberg, I did the Royal Carousel, and Flavio's Fabulous Fandango. Such a great name, then. I did them all at night ride, so they were actually pretty good fun. I'd say the roller coaster was the funniest, but I mean the airtime ride is...
And what I was doing, that's all I'm very clear, but I was replying to comments. So if you do comment to us over here on Theme Park Coast, and we try our absolute best to reply within 24 hours. Now, I was replying to someone like a month ago, so I apologise to those people, but we do try our best. So comment down below, give your opinions, tell us what you think, or anything we didn't know or got wrong today. We'd love to hear about it, and we'll definitely reply to you, but we'll try our best to do it in 24 hours. And in the future, I've realised not to leave it a few months, but get it as quick as possible. But now, it is time for Adam to enter into the trick-or-treat zone. So, have a great time, tell us when you get out, and we will hear all of your reviews as you leave for Trick or Treat Town. It looks quite short queue as well, so hopefully...
Get lots of treats.
But hopefully I get lots of treats, yes. But me and Mum, I'll go into the next door.
Okay.
We're going in the burger kitchen and get a coffee. Well, you're getting a coffee, I'm going to get nothing. But we'll sit down in the nice warm, and we'll see you after we complete that, and they complete that. And it was like a quarter of a price. Wow, I tried to give you a burger review, and I just had a quick one now. I was feeling a bit peckish, so I know. But Adam just completed the Trick or Treat Town, and of course, you were quite quick.
Yeah, it was about a 10-minute walkthrough, so...
How was it?
Overall, it was a really good walkthrough. Like, personally, I'd say it's ranged around £5. I'd personally pay for that, but I know it's 8 with Merlin Pass, or 10 if you buy it online, without a Merlin Pass. But overall, it was really good. So there was about 40 different doors. By the way, there will be spoilers. There's about 40 different doors, and you knock on each of the doors. There's some will open, some won't, and the ones that do open, they'll either give you a trick or a treat. So we only had one which was a trick, and it was actually a very good trick, and that was in a tree house. But you went through loads of the scenes, and the theming, they put so much effort into it, it's amazing. But you went through it, and some of it would be sweets, there are different acts, different places. The best thing about that is I think if you were like on a busy day or something, or like in the middle of a day, I don't think it would be as good because there'll be people in front of you and stuff like that. But overall, there wasn't many people in front of us, so it was a really good walkthrough. And I mean, this is out of 2 bags, but with all of that, so.
Right, now
it's definitely worth a go.
With the tricks.
If it comes back next year, it's definitely worth a go. But
if you go to Alton Towers shop, that'll cost you like 55 quid. So
yeah, it costs you quite
a big pick and mix, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, as well, you get this really nice bag, which is nice. But overall, it's a good walkthrough. And also, as well,
last cause that back.
And also, right at the end, they actually have some stuff which they use in the mazes. So you walk through there, there's air cannons and everything. It was actually quite scary towards the end, but overall, it's a very good walkthrough. Personally, I think anyone could probably do it. But I personally wish it should be about £6. But again, you do get the sweets, so it was a very good walkthrough, definitely worth doing if you're visiting town.
Okay, now earlier today we said, don't go between lands across the whole park, and what we're doing, we're going from 13 to everything about to come, we have like an hour left of the day.
And then down to Wicker Man.
And then down to Wicker Man, so we go back and then forward again. But my biggest tip as well, at any Alton Towers day, is Nemesis Galactica as the last rise. Now we say it every single time, and I know today we're not doing that,
but we sort of are, we're going there like last year. This is what we usually
the last hour at the park, spend that last hour, no matter where you are in the day, whether you've done all rides or none rides, go to Galactica. Everyone always thinks, but you might as well be near the top so they can walk out quicker. And actually, what you may not know is that the Nemesis Galactica gate is always open for hotel guests. So when you're over in your day, you just walk out ready, you get straight in the car park, this one about monorail, walking back. So you're already at the car park. Also, because everyone's going to the top because of the shop and everything, no one's at the ride, so you get walk on rides, lap them all the time.
It's very good fun,
even on busy days like today and our fireworks, but always so short at the end of the day.
Oh yeah, especially fireworks. So fireworks, a massive tip for fireworks, is what you need to do is after the fireworks, you do Wicker Man, and then you head straight to Nemesis Galactica.
Just lap them.
Wicker Man, because if you leave the show like a minute early, because you can sort of guess where it's ending, go straight to Wicker Man, you'll beat all the crowds, you'll get on Wicker Man about a 10-minute queue, then head to Nursing Galactica, you have the last hour of the day on Nursing Galactica.
Like literally staying on.
Yeah, you can just lap them all the last hour, because they all walk on. But one thing to not do is Smile in Oblivion. Because of the fireworks, located quite near there, they also have to check for sparks and stuff, and that takes about half an hour, so you only have half an hour riding down there, so that's definitely a good tip. So
do that. And like I said, but most days generally when you go towards Augsburg, when you go towards Alton Towers, make sure to go to Nemesis Galactica last, because if you do go there, you have, and I've been going for 3 hours, there's a coffee shop there for the parents sat, and then you just go round and round and round on those 2 rides. They're both great B&Ms, but Nemesis is fantastic, Galactica is fantastic, and it's always walk on, like compared to like X at the end of the day where you might do one ride. I've been doing like 7 or 8 rides in the last hour in that area.
I mean, I remember doing Nemesis 7 times in about half an hour.
Exactly, and that last hour is so vital. So even if you just miss that Nemesis landscape towards the end of the day, you get to leave quicker, you get to do more rides, and they're great B&M. So overall, it's just a win. But that's where we're going right now. It looks quite busy down this path, so I hope it's not too busy down there.
I think this path like
However, I think we'll get a chance to do one more ride before we have to head back to Wicker Man for our final ride, because even though we go to the landscape at the end, it's so dark that we want to get Wicker Man on a nice night ride.
Also, Wicker Man, I believe, has some new lighting, so that would be good to look at. I mean, it's already
not too light down this path here,
anyway.
But we're going to see that at the end of the day. So stay tuned to our end of the vlog. You never know these sort of vlogs, because something a good surprise could pop out of anywhere, really. So stay tuned to that. But I think now we're going to decide to do Nemesis Galactica. We're looking at Nemesis queue line. Probably riding Nemesis, to be honest with you, because it's a great ride in the dark.
I'd probably ride Nemesis. And also as well, the operations are far quicker on Nemesis.
Yeah, so...
but by the way, I keep on saying it's not the staff members. It's just like, the operations Galactica is harder because you've got to check the legs, you've got to
But there's also 2 stations, so which you think like...
And there's 2 stations, but overall, I think they have good operations on all their coaches. So, especially Nemesis, they put in a lot of effort in Nemesis, which is always good when you're visiting towers.
Okay, ride number 1, we've got pretty much a walk-on queue for the beast Nemesis, and such a good ride. Like, look at that at night. Well, you can't really see it, oh, there you go, look, we'll go there, see my ride. But at night, this ride rides beautifully, and you can see it's coming around the corner right now. As we go to board, it's literally just walking straight through, so can't talk very long. But this is Nemesis, and you can watch it go around this corner right now, down the drop. Here we go. There's not a lot of glowing actually at the floor. It's probably a bit more on the track. I think Nemesis Inferno does more than this, but at night time when it's pitch black, it's just such a good ride to ride.
It's incredible. It's such a loud coaster as well.
The roar of this ride, I'm so looking forward to getting on it. Another night ride, we do it all the time. But again, pretty much walk on queue, so let's go on to Nemesis. Back through the gloomy woods we go, as we now head over towards our last ride of the day. Now, Wicker Man currently says it's 90 minutes. What you may not know is that we live like 3 or 4 hours away from Alton Towers.
Very unfortunately.
Which means that when this park closed today, and it's like 9 o'clock right now, we've got a 3.5, 4 hour drive home. So
we've got 15 minutes.
So if the queue for Wicker Man is 90 minutes, it means that we'll be in the queue till like 10, half 10.
Get home at 2.
Then we get home at like 2, early 3 o'clock really, so...
Yeah, the clocks go back today.
The clocks go back, but that's much of a difference in driving. You don't know that they go back in time. Yeah. But that's why we have to look at Wicker Man. If it's outside, we decide if it's outside of the cattle pen, at like a really annoying bit of start, we will not do it. But if it's inside of it, we'll head on to it. That's our idea. And if not, we'll still go to like 13 or something, or another little ride finish of the day. But you might have to understand that it's so late now. Next weekend, there's fireworks, which I'll vlog there, of course, as well, for you guys. We're still in a hotel, so we stay really, really late the first day. But now it's going to be, we've got night rides, okay, whatever we do now is literally pitch black down there. And I've got an awesome phone cover as well.
We'll get another Oblivion night ride, that's my guarantee, because we always get Oblivion night rides, we never do anything else than that, so.
There you go, and also, quick look at my phone, because I'm really impressed with it. On Nemesis, I went down and got a picture of my screensaver, and I'll quickly pull it out now. I've got a good portable charger attached to it as well. But wait for it, you're going to be blown away, I'll let you know. Whoops, here we go. Wait, whoa, what a screensaver. Oh, amazing. Alton Towers, what do you think of your day? Well, we haven't been over yet. We're still going for a long other day now, over towards Wicker Man to feed the flames. Or maybe not, if it's more than 90 minutes. Okay, here we are now, making our way towards the last ride. Unfortunately, Wicker Man was too long, so we're not going to be riding out one today. However,
I guess we're going to Oblivion. I literally guessed it. Where are we going?
Oblivion, but it's still an amazing ride.
It's a good coaster, right? But I guess it all the time and I always get this right. So.
But again, amazing. We would have done Spider actually, I think, if it wasn't for that. But because it is close to the road, so we can't do it at night. That is literally the only ride that we have not completed at night at the moment. So, how do I could? But I don't know what
it is. We could have done retail, but.
The queue 42 on that's why, and also it's Rita. Oblivion's miles better, and also the quick queue.
I think the Spiders trains onto the lift.
Is it?
I don't know, I thought I just saw something
We'll find out if we're going to hit quickly. We'll find out. Maybe breaking news. Month closed now. It may be testing. See,
I don't think it will open. Personally, if it does open, I think it could open for fireworks, and that'll be it. Because
yeah, it's very like fireworks cheap. We're spending 20 quid a game.
Actually, no, they may not be. No. So apparently, I thought this is what people have said, that they need a part from Germany, because obviously guys are based in Germany, I think. So they need a part from Germany, and it's getting delivered, so they can't run the ride with people on, but they can run it just doing test runs, and that's why people have been seeing test runs lately, because they can also do that. So I think that's probably why. But yeah, it's a good coaster, but shame we won't be getting on it this trip. But
I know, maybe next trip, maybe we're going to fireworks next weekend, so possibly next weekend can we do it. We can hear the soundtracks that will go, and XX right now is dead quiet really. I said at the end of the day it just dies off, especially though it's been raining this morning, it just gets a lot quieter, but it's still really bright here. So we're going to head down towards the X sector for our last ride of the day. Yes, it's been a big hot coaster, and we're heading to Oblivion. Okay, there we go. Last ride of the day completed. That was Oblivion, an amazing last ride. If you're going to do it, walk on cue. So even if you don't want to make a long trip end of the day, Oblivion is a nice one to go on to get such quick input and stuff. And also, if you do go on a longer ride, even though it may look longer, because the fast passes leave a queue near the start, it actually saves a lot of time, because when you're in a park, because they let fast passes in, pretty much, they let more fast passes in per group that they let into the ride than they do normal people, and then if a new people come in, they just let more and more in. So something like 13 would have been like at least a quarter of the queue if it wasn't for fast passes. So at the end of the day, you can really see that. But if you do want to do a quick ride, Oblivion is an absolutely amazing one to do. And what a way to finish our day over here at Scarefest. Now, you're more positive than I am, so I'm going to start off with my view of Scarefest. Now, obviously, when I came to this park, I thought, oh god, Scarefest again. Like, I'm never normally that impressed by it. And today, I'm not going to say I was blown away by the Scarefest, but I'm going to say it's definitely worth coming down here. I think the best way I could describe it is basically for summer holidays, but when it's dark. So you've got a few little shows on, which is really nice. You've got the like crowds, unfortunately, with summer holidays, but you get some awesome night rides, making like a better summer holiday basically. So if you're going to say between these and summer holidays, I'd go now. But if you want to get something scary or a bit spooky, there's not really much around here that's scary unless you're willing to pay the money to do amazing. So if you're debating between going in some holidays going in this holiday now, I'd go here instead, because it's a lot more fun and it's around the same price anyway, because you get some awesome night rides. But if you're debating between going in like September now and you don't want to do any scare attractions, I'll go in September, because it's not a lot of difference and you see some night rides as well. But if you want to get something really scary but you're not willing to pay any extra money, Chesington I think is the best part to go to Merlin for this year. But still impressive for it. Scarefest over here, Alton Towers. I know at the start of Scarefest there's really bad sound check up this Tower Street, so thank God that's gone over here.
It was basically on the first day, they had this really awful soundtrack. It was like rock music and everything.
So at least this is the feedback.
And then a couple of days later, I had a lot of people complaining so they changed soundtrack. Now it's back to the Scarefest soundtrack,
which is really good. Actually, to park.
What's really cool is that's actually my ringtone, so I can listen to Scarefest soundtrack.
Exactly. If the whole park was like this, I'd be going there every single day, like I said. But I mean, you know, they didn't need this much in this area. It needs to space out a little bit around the park. Like, put a few hay bales around, make it a little bit spooky. Put some like pumpkin lanterns. Like I said, just go to Poundland and just spend loads of money on Alton Towers.
They're so good, the lights.
Some stuff. Like I said, yeah, they are really cool. So this area here, if you just went like this, you just film this area down here, you'd be like, wow, what an amazing event. And I still think it was great over here on Towers. And I love this massive marker on the floor. I think it's hosted permanent. Because I don't know if you can see it properly, but that's really cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah, look.
Yeah, that's really, really cool down here. And I can't really get a proper like shot for you, but if I film it this way, we'll be able to like properly see all the Tower Scarefest on the floor. How cool is that? I really like that. But yeah, overall Scarefest opinion this year, really good event if you're willing to pay a lot of money. I think the mazes here are better than any mazes at any theme parks. That's nice. But for £10 each. If you're children as well, actually, I think it's probably best to go to as well, because they've got all these fun little characters. For my age group, who doesn't want to spend any money, there's not a lot to do here, but you do get the amazing night rides. And at the park is amazing. There's nothing special extra on for people my age. But Adam, but yeah, parks at night, without a shadow of doubt, get down here. At night time, they are absolutely amazing. But I'm gonna go to Adam quickly. He's getting his teddy out, I think, or said something. But how was your day over here at Alton Towers Scarefest?
Yeah, so for starters, this is the hatch you can
See,
get.
he's not getting for a try.
He's really
I
cool.
know,
I mean, I love him because I love Alton Towers Scarefest, and in my opinion, the mascots are
I think that's
the best
really,
characters
really cool. Yeah.
ever. And as well, this is £16. I think that's quite pricey, but with discount it's £12.80. So
it's teddy bear, like,
£12.80.
It's not like
it's nice.
It's not like it's those ones that just have like a jump on and all the towels.
It's
a
really
proper,
nice
like,
as well.
It's a proper
I like the
design
heads.
thing. Yeah, exactly. Like.
Anyway, so basically, overall, the merchandise has been pretty good, like I just said. So the overall day, Towers is obviously my favourite thing about the UK.
Yeah,
and I mean, easy to be honest. But Scarefest is always my favourite event, and do you know what? It still holds that title until maybe Christmas. We'll see, because I love Christmas. It's my favourite season of the year, and Towers off that place. It's going to be amazing.
It's a win-win.
But overall, Trick or Treat Town, I found that really good actually. It was a really good walkthrough. Maybe like a couple pounds a bit more expensive than it should have been. But you know what? It's a good walkthrough. And I mean, I'd do it if you are going down to the park. No rides have been good, really. To be honest, it's my favourite skate event of the year, and it's always going to hold that title.
Yeah, like I said, it is a very good skate event, and I know I have my opinions on it, but I am literally the only person. Everyone I look at Instagram loves this place, and everyone's different when they come over here.
It was very good.
And I thought, I'm not saying it wasn't good. I'm just saying if you're going for the scares and don't want to spend the money, like I said, most people are happy to spend 20, 30 quid in the maze. And that's fine. But
that's the thing I'd say. I mean, we were happy to pay £8.
As much as I'm a fan of scare mazes, I'm not like, it's a make or break a trip.
One of the biggest queues of the day.
Oh yeah, car park. Just one of the expensive to park there, so just as a heads up. But all I'm going to say is, like, the maze to me isn't like a make or break of a trip. Like, if I don't do a maze, I'm not gutted. But
saying that though, Trick or Treat Town is really worth it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it's this, if you are paying to do it, they are very quality and high price sort of attractions.
People like Jayden and his
good.
family, they don't really like a lot of it. Well, Jayden does. His family doesn't like a lot of coasters. So for them, to go into Friday nights or something like here, it's all about doing the mazes. But for me, I love the coasters and the atmosphere. So I'm not massive doing the mazes. So when you pay £10, I'm like, to be honest, I'm not like that fast. So when you come over here and you can't do any mazes, can't do any scare attractions, it feels at times like, what do you really do over at the park? But of course, as the park is open at night time till 9 o'clock, you get some absolutely wicked night rides. So that's great. Mum, as well, did you enjoy the day? It's getting quite busy down here, so.
I had a really, really good day, and I was really brave today. I went
You
on
went
all the rides.
every single ride, including Oblivion twice.
Twice.
Once in the dark as well, very brave.
I did find that a bit.
Yeah, that's a scary thing to say. That's what I want. Not as scary as the ticket price if you pay to get in here, or the car park. What a scary end to the day with a Scarefest, the car park prices.
Yeah, what a scary.
That is.
So no, with car parks, if you want to park in this car park down here, which is actually like literally a minute walk over the entrance, I think it's £10. Don't hold me on that because I don't
Which, when you're paying anyway £7 to get in,
yeah, to be honest, it's not too bad. I mean, for us, when we get free car parking for motor passes, obviously not worth it. But if you do,
we have done it once. Now on fireworks because, or fireworks. Nowadays they open up the grass car parks, and it's a long walk.
At like 12, you're parking a long way down. You're parking a half an hour walk. So it's definitely worth if you are going to plan getting it a little bit later to fireworks.
And like, even into like, you may look at it as like, yes, it's £10, but if you're paying £10, it's like an extra £3 extra. But if you get here at like 9 o'clock, it's like a half an hour walk down sometimes. So it's basically £3 to save half an hour, and you can go on Wicker Man straight away, get Wicker Man in, get that done with. So it's basically £3 to do an extra ride in Wicker Man, which isn't too bad if you look at it that way. But ever at a car park, the day was amazing. Dad, you enjoyed it, right?
Really good day, really good, yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's always nice when you come to Alton Towers. It's really busy these days, though.
Yeah,
really, really good day. It shows how good it is, I guess. A lot of people turn up.
But it's getting a lot busier nowadays. I think since COVID happened and people can't like leave the country, it starts looking into the theme parks, see what we have to do over here in the UK. And there's theme parks like this, and they're like, wow. And that's what I mean. Merlin passes getting bought, the price have all gone up and everything. But park of it deserve it. A lot of effort every year into rides,
honestly,
and hopefully in the future we can have some really crazy rides with money again.
And so honestly, if you haven't visited Towers yet,
got
to get down here. Honestly,
whether
it's worth. I mean, even if you live in America, I know people that want to come down here. It's like
even just for Nemesis alone.
Yeah, I mean, Nemesis, like, oh, amazing. But I mean, it's 100% worth it. This park is like my favourite in the UK by a long shot. And to be honest, under Disneyland Paris, we have done many parts in Europe, but under Disneyland Paris is my favourite in Europe. So, I mean, it's a great park.
Theme park, if Sam says that, then there you go. Like honestly, Get your down to Alton Towers Scarefest. As I said earlier, great event. Just be prepared to spend £40 if you want to get the full package over here at Scarefest. But that is it from me, Tom Derrick, over here at Alton Towers Resort. If you are new here, make sure you like and subscribe, because we go all around the world. We're doing theme parks, we're down to California, France, and next year we have got a crazy year. We're heading all over Europe, all over America. It's just going to be absolutely mental. So subscribe and you see all my videos and so much more. We also do top 10s, POVs, and we post over 4 videos every single week. But that is it from me, Tom Derrick from Theme Park Hosting, and I really appreciate you guys watching today. Have a spook-tastic Halloween, because I'm posting this tomorrow. So have a great Halloween tomorrow, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye from over here at Alton Towers Scarefest.